Hey, I'm Dr. Brad Fanistil. I'm the director of the Center for Mind-Body Medicine at Boulder Community Health. And I want to talk in this short video for a minute about racing thoughts and mindfulness, or racing thoughts and meditation. Meditation is a form of mindfulness, and just how valuable this is. So I want to start by just helping everybody understand that there are a lot of misconceptions about meditation. And I've got other videos talking about other reasons to meditate. There are a lot of reasons and a lot of ways to think about it and a lot of positive effects it can have. But in this video, I just want to talk about specifically how it can help racing thoughts. And I also want to acknowledge that I see people all the time who tell me, I've tried to meditate. I really tried. I mean, I gave it every day. I sat there for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, and I did it for 2 weeks in a row. It just didn't work for me, or I just couldn't, figure it out, or I was no good at it. I just kept thinking of, I didn't see any value. I'm sure it helps some people, not for me. And I want to, if that's happened to you, if you're one of those, hundreds of people I've seen who've told me that, I want you to think about it a little differently and see if this helps you. The point of meditation is not, some higher purpose. It's not to reach nirvana. It's not to achieve some state of grace and go, oh, that really felt great. Sometimes that happens when people are meditating, but that's not the point. At least that's not the point when we're talking about dealing with racing thoughts. The point here is just learning how to not let these thoughts run you. And it's important to understand when I'm talking about this that nobody on the planet can control which thoughts come up. Nobody. Thoughts just come up. They just arise. I don't decide to start worrying about my son. I think I'll start worrying about my son. I just find myself worrying. So this is very important to understand that these things just happen based on maybe my past experience, plus what's in my peripheral vision, plus something I heard on the radio. But, by one measure of, there's some literature in the neuroscience suggesting that the conscious mind can focus on 40, or can process 40 bits of information per second. 40 bits per second. The subconscious mind can process 11 million bits of information per second. 40 versus 11 million. This is no contest. These little 40 are not going to be telling these 11 million bits per second what to do, what to think. It's not going to happen. These 11 million bits of information are going to have thoughts, and we're going to see them. They're going to come up. Again, based on past experience, little things in my subconscious, the word on the radio over here. I maybe didn't hear it because I was having a conversation. My subconscious mind processed it, knows it's there, and all of a sudden I'm having some random thought. So this is not about not having thoughts. It's not about emptying your mind. This is about where you put your attention. And what we all have is the ability to attend to what we want to attend to. This is the power, the awesome power of my prefrontal cortex, which can consciously focus on 40 bits, or can process 40 bits of information per second, but I can choose which 40 bits those are. That I can do. So when a thought comes up, I don't tell myself, oh crap, I'm doing that again. I tell myself, look what thought came up. And I put my attention back to the focus of my meditation. That might be my breath. It might be a mantra that I'm saying as a helpful point of focus. It might be an object, a flower or something that I'm actually choosing to look at. But there's no higher purpose to this thing. I'm not getting anything out of what I'm saying or what I'm looking at. I'm just using this as a point of focus, as a place to direct my attention away from whatever else was going on. And I'm not going to get rid of the thought. Thoughts don't disappear or go away. They're under the hood there somewhere. But I'm not attending to them when I refocus over here. They might come up in 5 minutes or 5 seconds. They might come up tomorrow. This isn't about destroying thoughts or getting rid of them. This is about putting your attention where you want it, not where these 11 million bits of information are trying to take it. So sometimes I actually tell myself when I'm going to meditate, I say, I'm going to sit down and notice my thoughts. And that's the point of my meditation, to notice my thoughts. Not to ignore them, to notice them. And then tell myself, oh, I'm having a thought. Let me redirect. And the redirection is part of the meditation. So I'm not telling myself, okay, I'm going to empty my mind, or I'm going to not think about anything. That's not the point. I'm going to have thoughts. My mind's never going to be empty. That doesn't happen. I have a brain. I'm a human being. But I am going to attend to this thing right now for no other reason than to practice strengthening my prefrontal cortex, which, when I do this, I'll be better throughout the day as time goes on. One time I meditated for 15 minutes. This isn't too long ago. And at the end of it, I thought, wow, I bet 12 or 13 minutes of that, I was off in left field somewhere. I was thinking about the email I had to write, or the phone call I had to make, or that thing I had to pick up at the grocery store. Now, at the end of that 15 minutes, I didn't say, oh, that was a bad meditation, wasted time, wasted 15 minutes there. No, I said, had a lot of opportunities to redirect. I had a lot of thoughts during that meditation, and I redirected. Some of those thoughts I'd catch after 5 or 10 seconds. That particular meditation, I was saying just on the inhale and this on the exhale. Just saying this to myself as a point of focus to help me focus. And I'd be there for 2 or 3 breaths, and boom, I'm off to the email. I might spend, I don't know, maybe one time or two, I don't know, I'd spend 30, maybe I spent 60 seconds thinking not only about the email, but what it had to have in it, and who, blah, 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 who had to be on the CC list. At some point, I caught myself, and I just said, oh, I'm thinking. Came back to just this. Lasted 2 or 3 breaths maybe, and I'm off somewhere else. That's okay. That was success. I didn't call that an unsuccessful meditation. So success does not equal, oh, I spent the entire 15 minutes focused on my breath and I only had a few thoughts that came up. That's not success. Success is, did I do the practice? So, if you want a stronger prefrontal cortex, in other words, you want to be able to not attend to all these thoughts that are always coming up and you want your attention somewhere else, you need to practice that. And as you practice it, you'll be better able during the day to catch these thoughts when they come up and reattend. But it's a practice. If I want stronger biceps, I get out some dumbbells, I do some curls. Right after I've done it, I don't have a stronger biceps. In fact, it's probably a little weaker. I can't do what I could do at the beginning of the exercise. But every day, or maybe 2 or 3 times a week, if it's my musculoskeletal system, I come back, I do it again. And after 6, 8 weeks, I'm going to go, man, I think something's happening there. This is a practice. We're practicing. You want a stronger prefrontal cortex? You practice using it. So I really encourage you to explore this, get into it, find a meditation or two that you like. It can be guided, it can be non-guided and silent on your own. There are multiple ways to do it. I have other videos out there talking about that. But I really hope you get into this because it's really one of the most powerful tools I know to help you control your racing thoughts. Good luck.